G'day, I'm Dan, and welcome back to Good Times by Laroda, Australia, Odds and Dens, and our new episode of Idiot of the Week. Today we're going to talk about vegans, everyone's favourite group to hate. Now look, before I start on this, I personally don't have a problem with vegans. I have a fair few really good mates that are vegan. Now, it's a tough one because, like a lot of things, the only good one is the one you don't actually know. Like, we'll use Christians for example, or someone who follows any other religion. You don't actually know until you ask, because they're not trying to jam it down your throat. It's the same with vegans. The good one is the one you don't actually know. Or you find out down the track by accident. You say, hey, I've bought in some rashers of bacon for work. Do you want a piece? And they go, no thanks, I'm vegan. Enjoy your bacon. Sweet. Let's do that. We can live with them. I love those types of vegans. However, we're going to talk about militant nutcase vegans. Alright? Like the special kind that deserve this sort of attention. Now, on my, well, it's not mine actually, it's Leah's computer. We've got articles here. Let's see. Christmas party for sick kids interrupted by animal rights protesters. This is in a hospital where there are terminally ill kids, and they were, oh, please don't start. Oh, I haven't done a video with other tech involved, so this is all very new to me, and I'm still practicing with all this sort of shit, so bear with me. But here we go. Here we go. The animal rights protesters, believed to be linked to the same group that stormed some of the Gold Coast theme parks over the weekend, crashed the small party yesterday afternoon saying that the reindeer were being exploited. They handed out pamphlets and filmed the children patting the reindeer. But the stunt attracted nothing but backlash, with social media users slamming it as low and stupid. Queensland police were called to move the protesters, a group of less than 10 people, and managed to get them out to relocate them across the road from the south, across the road from the hospital in the South Brisbane area. Now, What the fuck is wrong with these people? They're sick kids, some of them possibly terminally ill, and they have to deal with that shit. Alright, this isn't even the article I wanted to talk about, but fuck. You know, a wise man once said, human stupidity knows no limits, and time and time again I keep getting proof of that. Alright, let's have a look. We've got another one here. Alright, from themorningbulletin.com.au. Now, I will link all these articles below so that you can have a look for yourself and see the kind of crackpottery that I'm bitching about today. Alright, here we go. A group of vegan protesters storm a Melbourne steak restaurant on Saturday night, chanting slogans through loudspeakers and yelling at customers. Good work, vegans. Because the best way to get me on board with your policies and to bring me around to living an enlightened lifestyle the way you do is to shout at me while I'm trying to eat and call me a shitty person. Excellent. Wow. I want to be a vegan more and more. I'm actually turning here. 100 cc's of bacon stat. Alright, what else have we got? When vegan activists become socially unacceptable or intimidating. Okay, it's the same article about the same fruitcakes. Do we call them fruitcakes? You know what? For all future references, this video is about vegans. We're going to call them meatheads because they're going to love it. Alright? Future reference. Vegans, meatheads. Meatheads. Let's deal with it. Alright. What have we got in here? Daily Mail from the UK, not Australia. Meatheads nearly starve infant child to death. No, yep, they're from the US. Julia French, 20, and Robert Buskey, 31, of Titus. We're just going to call it Tittiesville because it sounds better. Of Tittiesville, Florida, were charged with neglect after their baby was found to have barely gained a pound since birth. The doctor had prescribed the formula fitting their meathead lifestyle, but the parents decided to feed the baby a mashed potato concoction found on the internet. Holy fuck. Alright, we're just going to read the next 2 bullet points and we'll get on with this, okay? Court documents described the infant as lethargic and not crying, and the Department of Children and Families said his ribs were visible and eyes sunken. French reportedly claims to be the concubine of Buskey under what is being not subscribed, but described as a Nazarite Hebrew religious principle. Fuck me. Alright, so let's pull this apart. These 2 meatheads go to a medical practitioner, someone who's had years of training to study the health and well-being of his fellow humans, or hers, we don't know that, only to be told, nah, fuck you, we found some obscure post on the internet that says we can feed our kid mashed potato concoctions. We don't need medical advice. Sounds like another group of people I know of. Oh yeah, anti-vaccine nutcases. Alright, so now if this woman or the man in this relationship had any form of principle, which is her word, alright? Her word, principle. She mentioned it. She clearly has none if she's willing to let her own offspring starve to death. Look, I understand that, and I agree with that all parents should have the right to raise their children how they want, so long as you're not abusing the child. Now, this is abuse. If you want to raise your child to, I don't know, worship Donald Trump or Pauline Hanson, by all means, go ahead, do that. If you want to raise your child, look, one of my lights just shit itself. I hope this film still looks good. If you want to raise your child to look up to Sarah Hanson Young or insert name of prominent lefty here, please do. We need variety. We need parents to have a say over their child's upbringing and the food they eat and everything else that goes along with it. But this is an extreme that I've never heard of. Like, I wish I hadn't have read this. This is just fucking shit. No. How long can you let it go on for, right? How long? Alright, so let's have a look at what else we got about meatheads. Alright. Another one, this time from Sydney. Malnourished toddler raised by meathead parents had an off-grid existence with no medical records or vaccinations. Both nut job groups in one here. Neighbours in their affluent suburb didn't even know she existed. So they live in a reasonably well-off area. So we've got typical libbers. They have a reasonable amount of money behind them, so they know better than everyone else. I understand that. I understand. You know, give me your money, and then I can tell you how much better than you I am. Sounds like a great deal to me. Alright. Parents 32 and 34 pleaded guilty to causing their infant serious injury. They claimed their daughter, who barely grew for 19 months, was a fussy eater. Hospital staff were stunned when the 1-year-old couldn't crawl or speak. The daughter and her 2 siblings have since been taken into foster care. Good. Good. Finally, some government intervention that I can agree with. These people, these meatheads, do not deserve children. They're fucking idiots. Christ. I can't believe this. Again, how bad must it be if the kid can... We'll have a look here. The kid had fucking rickets. I didn't know that shit was still around. Especially in a relatively rich country like Australia. The kid has rickets. For fuck's sake. Ugh. I'm wondering what kind of creative punishment we can come up for these 2 parents. I know. We'll feed them nothing but bacon fat for 6 months. No greens, no fruit, nothing but bacon fat for 6 months, and we'll see how their bodies hold up. Now, you might think that sounds like a great punishment, but we're talking about meatheads here. They have disavowed meat. They've disavowed vaccines. There you go, that's another punishment. We'll vaccinate their children in front of them. Win-win. The kids get great health care. The parents suffer anguish, which they deserve in this case. Absolutely deserve. What else have we got? Let's have a look. What other meatheads can we find on here? Oh, shots fired as farmer and vegans clash in Western Australia. Now, admittedly, I did see this one on the news, and good on the farmer for protecting his property. Now, from what I understand of it, these 2 meatheads had been constantly filming this farmer and his cattle and harassing him and tormenting his herds. Now, look, I understand why someone would choose a vegan lifestyle. If you live it correctly, it can be a lot healthier. But that means you cannot have any deep fried shit, and your diet is very, very strict. And you should still visit a doctor every few months for a blood test to make sure everything in your body is right. But people like this, they're clearly not right. There's something absolutely wrong with these meatheads to want to do shit like this. This is just fucking stupid. I don't know, maybe a lack of iron or omega-3 or something has caused them to have brain shrinkage and they've lost all power of reasoning. I don't know. Hey, tell me in a comment below. I'm Dan. Have a good one. Don't forget, punch subscribe or I'll have to punch you. I'm out of here.